sir?
Been better.
Why is that?
I got pulled over for no reason.
Okay. Well, it's not no reason.
Why's that?
Okay. Well, I couldn't see your license plate because of the tinting.
So no reason.
No, that's not no reason. How's that no reason?
Because you couldn't see it, now you do, and now it's there, and I got pulled over. I'm completely legitimate. I am a Texas registered, that tint's legal in Texas, everything's legit. I got pulled over for no reason.
No, it's not a no reason. I didn't see it. I see it now that I
So you're
walk
incorrect.
up to the car.
Okay, so now I got pulled over and you were erroneous.
I'm not erroneous. My pulling you over was correct. But now that I'm up this close, I can
Now you see how you were incorrect.
Okay.
Am I free to go?
No, can I take a look at your driver's
Nope,
license real quick?
I don't consent.
Okay.
There's no legal reason for you to pull me over. You can keep walking, man. Am I free to go?
You're not free to go. I'd like to make sure you're okay to drive this car.
I'm good to drive this car. I don't consent to anything you have to say. Please leave. Please may I be on my way.
Okay. Where are you headed to tonight?
Doesn't matter. It's none of your damn business, dude.
Okay.
Let me go. I'm good to go. You have absolutely no right to have pulled me over, and you're just pushing this thing, and I got stabbed by one of you crap.
1. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. The place where we break down real encounters between citizens and law enforcement so people can truly understand their constitutional rights. Today's video is another perfect example of how knowing your rights can make the difference between being bullied by authority and standing your ground. Watch closely, because this interaction begins with what the officer claims is a simple traffic stop. The officer says he couldn't see the driver's license plate clearly due to what he believed was tint covering it. But the moment he approaches the vehicle, the situation starts to unravel. The driver immediately points out that his truck is completely legal and registered, explaining that the officer only believed there was a problem because he couldn't see clearly from a distance. Right away, tension builds as the driver repeatedly asks the most important question in any traffic stop. Am I free to go?
Cops and this freaking DA up here is charged me for it to keep it quiet. All you guys have done is terrorize me, and all you're doing right now is doing nothing, accomplishing absolutely nothing, and there's no reason for you to be messing with me. All you're doing is eating too much and making that uniform look like crap.
Okay. I'm not messing with you, sir. I couldn't see your license.
Right, so am I free to go?
No, you're not free to go. I'd like to see registration and driver's license.
I do not consent. I don't consent. I don't consent. There's no reason for you to ask me for that. There's no reason for you to pull me over. You were erroneous. Ma'am, am I free to go?
I need to see your driver's
Nope.
license.
Am I free to go? I don't consent. I don't consent. No,
Okay.
there's absolutely no reason. There is absolutely no reason, pal, for you to ask for that when you were erroneous to pull that over.
Okay.
Am I free to go?
No, I disagree.
Call your sergeant down here.
Okay.
Call your sergeant down here.
Okay.
Call your sergeant down here. There's no reason for you. You saw that it's erroneous right there. Everything, run my tags, do all that stuff. I don't consent to any reason you doing any of this. I absolutely detest everything in your being right now. Am I free to go?
No, I just need to see your driver's
No,
license.
don't consent. There's absolutely no reason for you to ask for that. Piss off, dude. Straight up, man. Straight up. I'm a combat veteran wounded warrior, and you have absolutely no reason. I didn't go to war for you to play Billy Badass like this. Go get your cop. Go get your sergeant. There's absolutely no reason for you to be pulling me over like this. I've been terrorized by the cops in this town, and you're doing your job to step in them shoes. I do not consent to anything. Am I free to go?
Okay, can I ask you how I'm terrorizing you?
Now pay attention guys, because this is where things escalate quickly. Even after the officer acknowledges that he can now see the license plate clearly, he refuses to end the stop. Instead, he demands the driver's license and registration. The driver immediately pushes back, arguing that if the original reason for the stop no longer exists, then there is no legal justification to continue detaining him. The officer continues pressing for identification while the driver repeatedly refuses consent. At this point, the driver makes it very clear that he feels targeted and harassed by law enforcement, explaining that he has had negative experiences with officers before. Emotions rise, as voices get louder and frustration becomes obvious on both sides. But the central issue remains the same. If the officer's original suspicion was proven incorrect, then what lawful reason exists to continue holding the driver?
Because you pulled me over for no reason, am I free to go?
I pulled you over.
Am I free to go?
No, sir. I need to see your driver's license.
Nope, I don't consent. Am I free to go?
No. Can
I don't consent. Am I free to go?
Can I ask you one question?
No, you already asked. You already done enough, man. Am I free to go? Ma'am, are you his sergeant?
Nope.
Can you get your sergeant up here?
He's in charge.
This guy is not complying. He illegally pulled me over. He wants to search and seizure me and my being, and he has absolutely no reason to. Y'all terrorists can take this elsewhere. I'm not consenting.
Okay. If your driver's license is good, I just need to verify.
There is no reason. Tell me why you need to verify that. I wasn't breaking any law. I wasn't speeding, and you can see that my truck is legitimate. Why do you need to see anything? Okay. You don't. Go. Let me leave. I do not consent. Let me go.
Okay. All I want to do is check that you're good to drive.
I'm good to drive. Okay. I do not consent. Let me go.
I don't know.
I don't consent. Let me go.
Okay.
Well, you pulled me over illegally because you could not see the license plate in my thing. Now your story is you don't know if I'm good to drive. Dude, I don't consent. Leave. You're terrorizing me. You're absolutely terrorizing me. Am I free to go?
No.
Why not?
To go.
Why not?
I just need to check, see if
no, I do not consent. I am good to drive. I was driving just fine. You pulled me over for a tag violation, not because I was erroneously driving. Dude, you can push this as far as you want to go. You're on video. You're on live uplink, live load. You had better hope, Lee Wachowski, that you are correct, because you're asking me now that I'm not good to drive my vehicle when you just said that you pulled me over because you couldn't see my...
All right, guys, watch carefully because the confrontation now becomes a battle of persistence. The officer repeatedly insists on seeing a driver's license, while the driver refuses again and again, stating that he does not consent to the interaction continuing. The driver even demands that a supervising officer be called to the scene. From his perspective, the officer is attempting to conduct an unlawful search and seizure by demanding identification without a valid reason. Meanwhile, the officer claims he simply wants to verify that the driver is legally allowed to operate the vehicle. The back and forth continues with neither side backing down. The driver insists that the officer already admitted the reason for the stop was mistaken, while the officer attempts to shift the justification toward verifying the driver's ability to legally operate the vehicle.
Tag, am I free to go?
No, I just need to...
That's illegal search and seizure. There is absolutely no... You do not need to. There's absolutely no reason for you to. I don't consent. There's absolutely no reason.
Okay, then will you provide me with your name and date of birth so I can check?
Nope. Dude, you can run these tags. That's everything right there that you need to do, that are you legal to do, and that you can see through the window like you just said. I do not consent. Am I free to go?
No, sir. This is very simple.
Get your sergeant on the line. I do not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent. Am I free to go?
No, sir. If you just let me see your driver's license.
There's no reason for you to do this, dude. Do you know who I... All right, I'll show you something. I'm not...
You are. Okay. Are you carrying? Are there any weapons down there? I get nervous when you move your hands like that. Okay?
Take that. That's ID.
Okay.
Now you're trying to get legal, dude. Piss off.
I'm not trying to do anything.
Yep, you are.
You check your driver's license.
Dude, that's my ID right there. Why don't you go look that up?
That is not ID.
Why don't you find out how you're going to wind up on film?
That's fine. I realize I'm on film.
Yeah, dude. I do not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent. There is no reason for you to pull me over. You said you saw it now. Now am I free to go?
No, sir.
Don't consent. Get your sergeant on the line.
Okay.
Get your sergeant up here. Get your sergeant up here. Get your sergeant up here.
In the meantime, if you just let me see your driver's license and I check that you have a valid driver's license.
Now here is where the situation becomes even more intense. The driver continues asserting his refusal to comply while accusing the officer of harassment and abuse of authority. At one point, he even throws an ID-like object out of the vehicle window, telling the officer to look it up if he really wants information. The officer calmly explains that the object provided is not a valid driver's license and again requests proper identification. But the driver continues repeating that he does not consent to anything and demands a supervisor to come to the scene. The tension at this moment shows just how quickly a routine encounter can spiral into a heated confrontation when both sides feel they are in the right. The officer remains patient but firm, while the driver grows increasingly frustrated with what he sees as a violation of his rights.
We're recording too, bruh.
I'm okay with that.
How are you, my man?
Yeah, what's up, man?
We just got a call, man. We're just seeing what's going on. Parked out in front of people's houses.
I wasn't in front of anyone's house.
For 3 hours. That's what they call it. Look, I'm just going off what they're telling us. You know what I'm saying?
Is it illegal to park on the side of a public street?
It's not, but people are just concerned.
Yeah, but it's not illegal.
I didn't say it was illegal. But
So
what
then,
is illegal is the tint that you got on your car.
What tint?
The tint.
I don't have any tint in this car.
What's the purpose of recording?
I don't have any tint. What do you mean, what's the purpose?
You're recording.
Are
We're
you
just checking on your
are you a
status,
public
bro.
official?
Like, of course I am.
So then, do I have a First Amendment right to record you in the course of your duty?
Sure, but are you,
Name and badge number, please.
are you worried for your safety?
Of course, I got you two guys harassing me.
Checking on your status, bro.
I saw when you made that U-turn. You think I'm gonna let you guys fabricate some sort of moving violation when I'm there? I'm not smarter than that, man. Trust me. I never let that happen. You never get the upper hand on me. I'm not breaking the law. Can you name and badge number?
Right here, bro.
How do you spell that? How do you pronounce that?
See it on the thing.
How do you,
See?
how do you pronounce it?
Put it right there.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I can't read.
I do not.
Badge number?
245.
Are you, sir?
Right here.
How do you pronounce
252 is
that?
badge number.
I don't know how to read, sir.
You don't know how to pronounce walk? W-A-L-K?
Oh, that's what it says?
Okay.
I didn't know that, man. Thanks for pronouncing it for me.
Sure.
Yep.
You also don't have your seatbelt on. Do you have an ID?
I parked. I'm parked. I don't have to have my seatbelt on when I'm
Do you
parked.
have an ID on you, sir?
For what?
I just need to see your ID.
Nope.
Yeah, you got
Nope.
tint. And we saw you driving.
I don't have any tint.
All right, we can pull you out of the vehicle if you want.
You want to pull me out for what tint? What tint? Show me the tints. Show me the tints.
back here.
That is legal in New Jersey.
Okay, you're good.
That is legal.
You got me on the
You
tint.
just
That's
threatened
good.
to
That's
pull me
good.
out of my car?
You're good.
Wait, you just
I'm
threatened to
asking
pull me
you
out of my
to step
car?
out. I'm just asking you to step out.
No. For what? This is not a traffic stop.
Okay.
5. Alright guys, just when the first confrontation seems unresolved, the video transitions into another encounter involving a man recording from a parked vehicle on a public street. Officers approach him after receiving a complaint from someone in the neighborhood who claimed he had been sitting there for hours. The man calmly questions the officers, asking a very simple but powerful question: is it illegal to park on a public street? The officers admit that it isn't illegal, yet they continue questioning him anyway. Then the situation shifts again when one officer suddenly claims the vehicle has illegal window tint. The man immediately challenges this claim and reminds the officers that he has the First Amendment right to record public officials performing their duties. As the conversation continues, the officers begin realizing their justification may not hold up.
Your tint's legal. That's fine. I didn't see
I didn't have any tints.
That's fine. The tint is legal on the front. That's fine.
I don't have any tints.
Okay,
You can't send me
I'm saying
tints legal when there's no
You
tints.
don't have tint. Okay.
You just threatened to pull me out of the car. You
I
realize you
didn't
violated
say-
my rights. You're harassing
threaten
me.
you anything.
You did. They said we can pull you out of the car.
Well,
And you're trying to violate my Fourth Amendment right by telling me to ID.
Do you have anything? What is
Okay?
the problem?
You were the problem. Why are you harassing me? What am I doing that's wrong?
What are you sitting out here for 3 hours for? We're
Is
just
that
asking.
illegal? Do I have to answer people and tell them why I'm sitting?
Listen.
I don't like this guy's approach. He just telling me he's going to pull me out of the car.
All I'm saying is, if you can just let us know why you're out here, we'll leave you
If you
alone.
think-
If you're
The
doing,
last thing I
you know
want
what
to
I'm
do.
saying?
The last thing I want to do is arrest you. No, I don't want to do anything.
Arrest me for
I don't
what?
want
What
anything
did I
to
do that's illegal?
I want nothing to do with you.
If I don't give you ID, will you arrest me?
No.
If I don't answer any
You can
questions,
sit here.
will you
Listen,
arrest me?
Listen, you can sit here. I'm not going to do this. You can record all you want. I'm not going to do anything. You can sit here all you want. All right. You can sit here all you want. That's fine.
Well, listen, please don't harass me, okay? Because anything further is harassment.
Okay. Have a good night, sir.
All right, and I'll definitely file a lawsuit. You guys have a card number?
Watch closely, guys, because this final moment reveals exactly why knowledge of your rights is so powerful. After threatening to pull the man out of his vehicle over supposed tint violations, the officers suddenly change their tone when they realize the claim doesn't hold up. Oh, the man pushes back calmly but firmly, reminding them that they already attempted to violate his Fourth Amendment rights by demanding identification without a legal basis. Eventually, the officers back down and tell him he's free to remain parked and continue recording if he wants. Just like that, the entire situation deflates. This encounter highlights an important truth. Many people only keep their rights because they know them well enough to defend them. That's why awareness matters. The more people understand their rights, the harder it becomes for those rights to be ignored. And remember, always record the police.